We grew up in a different time. We had home-cooked food at home. The flavors were like just so alive, fruits and vegetables. When we had children, we realized, there is so much food that we don't want to feed them. We really want to give them the best food we can so their bodies are nurtured.
The industrial process has kind of left food neutral and without excitement. The basis for the starting of our company was all about taking back our food, and that's what our company's all about. We are in Pastificio Boulder. We are a craft pasta company. My wife Claudia and myself started this about 4 years ago. We work with heirloom wheats and we fresh mill those to make artisanal pasta that has more flavor to it.
Pasta has been around in our lives forever, especially mine. When Ted and I were dating, there was that moment that we made fresh pasta at home, and we were like, oh, that's amazing, and it's so different, it's so delicious.
I think what we were discovering together at the time was what a lot of people have been discovering is food was lacking.
When we talk about flour and wheat, people stared. I was just like, what do you mean? It's that white thing at the grocery store. And it's actually not. There are so many different varieties, and they are so different from each other.
People get intimidated by that term, but heirloom or ancient or heritage wheats, they're all basically talking about wheats that existed before scientists and industry got their hands on it.
This is really the foundation of Pastificio. It's like create a better food system, work with real farmers, and minimally transform real food.
I think the community of Boulder is a special place, and we're doing something different. So we naturally sort of fit into this environment, and people respect that, and they support you. The farmers market was our first landing pad, I'll say, and we worked there for 4 years, and every Saturday we were at the farmers market and talking to customers that would come through, and we really used it as a sounding board and feedback source.
I think that the community loves to learn, that they like to try new things, that they're adventurous, and people come here because they love nature, and they want that expressed in their food. They want food that tastes like food.
Why can't people, when they're eating their food, think about where this came from, maybe who grew it, how the environment is there, how the land is? That's what heirloom wheats offer, is that ability, because they translate those nutrients into tastes and flavors.
It's really for the environment, for people, for our health, for our planet. So community is really part of the essence of the business.
The first time I met Claudia and Ted in person, they brought their ideas in. We walked the pasta set. We talked about what could work, how they were going to be different than what we had.
This is actually that grain.
Oh, wow.
And you can see it is semi-blue.
I was really excited about how much they had thought about what they were doing in the market, from conservation of land resources, heritage grains, and then the final product was awesome.
Darcy was amazing to meet. She started the conversation by saying, guys, you don't really need to sell me on what you do. I know what you do and I really appreciate it. And to be honest, we have nothing like this right now. And we would like you to be part of it. Can you start in 35 stores? So it was a sort of a surreal conversation, because I think that was in the first 5 minutes. We needed a person who believed in us, because I think there's so many brands that would like to get into Whole Foods. So we've felt appreciated.
It really gave us the confidence that we were doing something different, special, unique, that had potential. I believe it really opened a big horizon for us.
As much as the farmers markets are a fantastic place to go get fresh food, Most of the shopping is still done in the grocery stores, and so we feel that ultimately the good food needs to make its way around the big grocery stores, and I think Whole Foods has been the primary source for us to do that.
We are all so pressed on time. And I understand, I have 2 kids, I work full time, and getting home and it's like, oh my God, what I'm going to cook for dinner. It's one thing when you create something and you feed just your friends and family, but another thing when you are able to transform something that is so important to you into something that will go to the shelves and it's going to be shared with other people's families that we don't even know. When you're eating, you're basically supporting the people that is really putting the effort to transform this hyper-processed food industry that we have. It's basically a movement that is going to grow.
That's really the thing that fuels me every day to come to work, is knowing that potentially we're improving things, and we want to feel that we're doing a tiny part to maybe steer the direction in a better way.